Hello friends and fellow gamers, MKxJUMP here, and this week we have the Dragonboat Festival event for Idle Heroes. And this event really sets up hopeful expectations for big events moving forwards. Similar to the Sylvie event 2 weeks ago, we see a reward structure which potentially gives free-to-play players access to things like Star Souls if they needed them. But more importantly, it emphasizes the importance of contract Starry gems being used in events like this to maximize your gains as a free-to-play player. That means contract Starry gems are, as always, the most important resource that you want to stockpile, and saving them and picking and choosing which events to go in is part of the skill of being a budget or free-to-play player in this game. Are you expected to go in all of these events? Absolutely not. But knowing when you have enough contract Starry gems to maximize your rewards is very important. So we'll be breaking down this week's event, showing you all the different ways that you can make good rewards this week, and of course telling you what to do if you're a spender or free to play. Now, if you need one-to-one advice in Idle Heroes, why not consider also joining us on a Tuesday for account reviews? I offer one-to-one guidance over at my Discord server and through Twitch. So join us at discord.gg/MKxJUMP, and our Twitch channel is twitch.tv/MKxJUMP. You can find links for both of those in the description, or just type them into your favored browser. As well, if you want immediate access to account reviews, you can consider backing me on Patreon, as that will give you access to the sign-up server, which opens on Tuesdays in our Discord. So if you need more information on how to get help, go ahead and check that out there. Hopefully, I'll see you guys on a Tuesday, but for now, let's get into this week's event for Idle Heroes. So this week is a Profit Orb event, which is very exciting, as we don't often get Profit Orb events being big events in Idle Heroes. Every day for logging in, you're going to get yourself a Profit Orb, and you'll get 5 sweet lollipops, which can help you in the Fantasy Factory. So make sure you log in every day to maximize your rewards this week. Now, looking at the cool events, you'll see we have the Leisurely Afternoon Tea, which is coming to an end, so go ahead and spend your lemons. My advice would be for the majority of people to go for the Orange Selection Chest, as this gives you access to some of the best treasure train items in the game. I have a video coming out soon emphasizing which Orange treasure train items are the best, so before you go ahead and open this box, go ahead and check out that video, as that will be my next upload on the channel, so stay tuned for that one. Yes, the monster parts are here as well, but we're not quite sure how good these monster bonuses are going to be, so I'd refrain from picking these up. Also, they're extremely expensive. You may also want to consider using universal crystals to pick up a pink treasure selection chest, as that could also be good for you. But my priority here would definitely be treasure stuff, and with the leftover things, pick up heroic summon scrolls, as heroic summon events are typically the best ones for making progress. Moving on, we have the value packages for this week, and these are very exciting. You can buy these for either money or Starry gems, and you'll see here that you're getting access to gems, profit orbs, more sweet lollipops, which can help you make further progress in the Fantasy Factory, a whopping 40 charm treasure coupons, which is brilliant, and 60 Zongji, which will help you with the main part of the event, where you can get loads of rewards. Let me emphasize the fact that you can use contract Starry gems to pick up 180 Zongji. That will be very important later on for all manners of players, whether you're a spender or free to play, but by using this you can get yourself some really nice stuff. And you're not just picking up bonus rewards from the main event, you are getting these treasure coupons, which will be really useful for buffing the attack stats of your heroes by enhancing your treasure train. So lots of good stuff available here, and even profit orbs can help you in the event if you're in a pinch, because you'll see profit orbs are used this week to make progress. Moving on, we have Fantasy Factory. This is where you use shapes and go ahead and clear out these areas. You want to be as efficient as possible placing these shapes down. Fun little puzzle for you guys. If you hit 9 out of 9, you'll hit the jigsaw stage. That gets you even more of the stars, and stars are given to you for clearing out these hexagons or clearing stages. Those stars can be spent in the exchange store, and you'll notice there's these things called Aurora stars, which are these ones over here. They can be saved up for future events. So if you're not able to push really far this week, that could be something to consider. You definitely always want to be picking these up when you can. But as a lot of people will be using contract Starry gems this week, it's likely you'll get quite deep into this store, because buying 2 of the sections unlocks the next one. So it's likely a lot of people will actually be pushing for the mysterious artifact selection chest this week. So if you are spending your contract Starry gems, this could be a nice added bonus. Either you can do it just with all the progress you'll be making by buying those value packs, or if you need to spend a little bit more, hopefully you've got some Aurora stars which can be used to get to this level. The reason chests are important here is because it offers you Demon Bell and Antler's Cane, 2 heroes, 2 artifacts typically not available in big events, so getting these from chests is very valuable. Even further, you'll see there's other things like resonance construction stuff, which can get you master's toolboxes, 10-star puppets, but really these later rewards are nowhere near as good as being able to push to the mysterious artifact. The Prophet Summon event this week is where we're going to be getting free Zhongjis. You'll notice you're getting 6 here completely for free, and that's for every 80 Prophet Orbs that you spend. So that means you can spend up to 640 Prophet Orbs for 48 Zhongji. So that's an important number moving forwards into the event. As well, you'll see the heroes here are Jara and Finn. 2 not very good 5 stars, but at least there's something. The main rewards here are going to be the Cause of Transcendence, Soul Symbols, the bonus Light and Darks, which can help you in Heroic Miracle, and of course the Charm, Treasure Coupons, and Glorious Relics for the top reward, which is really nice. Heroic Miracle, which I just mentioned, is where you need to spend your 5-star shards to get 3 lights, 3 darks, and 5 in every other faction. That's going to get you Prophet Orbs and Heroic Summon Scrolls, along with bonus Sweet Lollipops, which can be used in the Fantasy Factory, and armor, which can be useful in the workshop. So make sure you're trying to push for this, as the top reward here is also a Sylvie copy, and this should be relatively easy for all players, whether you've just started the game or not. Especially if you are a new player, you might want to consider using Prophet Orbs just to get some bonus Light and Dark 5 stars, as they could be useful. My advice, if you're brand new, would be to do 50 Prophet Orbs to get to the 5 soul symbols here. That's assuming you don't have that many Prophet Orbs. If you have more, you might find that there's other ways you can get rewards, which we'll talk about when we look at the Dragonboat Festival itself. So of course, let's look at the Dragonboat Festival. This is somewhere where we get tons and tons of rewards by using our Zhongji. Most people are selecting the Sunset Boat, so go ahead and pick that. As you'll see, that is the one that is easily blasting its way ahead, although it seems that, oh dear, Glamour, this one at the bottom, seems to be doing very well as well. So up to you, really, which boat you go for. I was encouraging my stream to go for Sunset, but it seems that the community on the Discord have decided to go for Glamour, which is quite funny. So probably go for Glamour. I guess we'll double down on what everyone else has gone for here. That's quite humorous. But you'll see that these boats are in different positions. The rewards that you get for these aren't too important, to be honest. It is just a fun little race we can do as a community. The main part of the rewards come from here, the Zhongji, and consuming Zhongji in batches of 40 is going to get you access to 10 victory flags, which are essential rewards for making progress in this week's event. You'll see there's bonus rewards here, including Heroic Summon Souls, Treasure Train items, which are brand new. We'll look at those in a second. And there's Charm, Treasure Coupons as well, and just a ton of nice rewards. But the main thing you're looking for here is the 10 victory flags, as these can be used here in the Mysterious Sail to make some nice progress. On top of that, we have this, the interview stage, where you're going to be interviewing different heroes, and this costs gems to do. So let me show you one example here. It's going to show you a hero. This, for example, is Melissa. And you can see what her occupation is. She was a little chef of the Panda Village, and her speciality is Chinese cuisine. What we're looking here is to interview these individuals to see whether they're going to be a good fit for the Dragonboat Festival. So let's ask her what her belongings are used for. This is looking like a hot dog, and she said she was planning to set up a food stall at the venue during the festival. Guys, that is absolutely perfect. That sounds like someone we want here for the festival, so we're going to recruit her. That's the wrong decision? Is it because it was a hot dog? Oh, that's so confusing. Oh my word, it says she specializes in Chinese cuisine, but because the personal belonging was a hot dog, that's not Chinese food. So you can see there's loads of different heroes that are going to come up, and only 20 of them will happen. So if Luna comes up, you're going to reject her for most things unless she offers a microphone. For Vessa, you want to reject her unless she offers the bouquet and makeup, or the bouquet in general. Melissa, you want to recruit if she's offering Zhongzi or rice, or basically anything that looks Chinese. But if she's offering popcorn, hot dogs, or popcorn and hot dogs, you want to reject her. For Annabelle, we want to recruit her if she's offering the pan and bear, but reject her with everything else. For Lutz, we want to recruit him if he's got the coin, or the coin and the doll, or just the doll. But if he's offering missiles and swords, I don't think that's a very good idea. For Elena, we want to recruit if she's offering the knot, and reject her for everything else except for the jade pendant. For Gaggy, we want to recruit if she's offering the cream cake, and reject him for anything else. And for Freya, if she's offering the hat and the broomstick, we want to recruit her. The hat will recruit, but if she's offering flowers, that's not very useful. And for Tix, if he's offering the hammer and the gloves, give him a recruit. If it's the bomb, reject. And for Sia, if she's offering the gold ingot, reject her. If she's offering the flute, reject her. But if she has the sachet or sake, give her a recruit. Hopefully that helps you guys. I don't know if that's a fully intensive list on all the different heroes that can come up, but hopefully it'll help you guys out. Doing all 20 recruits here is going to cost you 24,000 gems. It's 1,200 gems for each interview, and you can do it up to 20 times. The reason you'll want to do this is because you get the treasure shard, the portrait of Zhonghui, and you're also getting rewards here, which are quite nice. It's giving you Tree of Origin items, and you're getting a few minor rewards here. If you're low on gems, I would absolutely skip this. I don't think it's essential, but if you have a spare 24,000 gems, this is definitely something nice to do. But do be warned, this does not actually offer Zhongji, so is not necessary for making progress in this week's event. If you want to make progress, you'll need to do the joyful question and answer, as this is offering up to 60 Zhongji for getting the right answers to questions on this quiz. Now, you're going to face many questions which all have multiple choices here. So, for example, this first question is, which of the following equipment is not an artifact? The answer is the Assassin's Blade. And there's going to be lots of questions like that as you go through, which will get you Zhongji. If you join our Discord and go to current events, you'll see an area noted as Joyful Q&A. You'll definitely want to go here, as our moderator, the Talking Scribe, has every single question detailed here, and you can find the answer for all of them. So go ahead and have a look on here, as you have all of the correct answers to the questions that come up. There are so many questions that will appear, so it's useful if you guys can make sure you know all the answers. So go ahead and join our Discord. You can find a big list of answers here. You can find a link for our Discord in the description, or type discord.gg/MKxJUMP into your browser. And by doing that, you're going to get 60 Zhongji, which is important for later, as of course Zhongji are the key resource to making progress this week. With those Zhongji, you'll be able to go to the mysterious sales. More on that later, as I will be breaking down different reward structures. But let's carry on and look at the other things here this week. We have the sign-in book. This is getting you a treasure coupon for logging in every day. Basically, make sure you log in all the days and you'll get 7 free treasure coupons. And you can see there's bonus rewards if you go ahead and purchase in the relay, as that is getting you, if you buy the talent section here, the privilege manual. And that's going to cost you $15 in total, $5 for this first pack and then $10 for talent. But by getting this, you are getting yourself access to all these login rewards, which are giving you an additional 3 charm treasure coupons every day, with a small number of Prism Starry gems as well. That's quite a nice bonus for people who wanted to spend anyway. The treasure collection this week is rewarding you for using those treasure coupons. You don't have to use them this week. At the end of the event, you can convert them into normal coupons, but if you wanted to spend them here, you are getting a chest that contains all of the festival treasures from this year so far. And we have 2 new items here, the Chinese Kite and the Peach Blossom Branch. So let's go take a look at those. First of all, we have the pink treasure, and this is one that you can get for spending 24,000 gems, and this is offering 5% control immunity in Star Expedition and Ethereal Realm. Not very impactful, as you need 200% control immunity to not get crowd controlled by the boss in Star Expedition, so ultimately this item is actually not that great. If we move to the next one, we have the Chinese Kite, and this is offering all damage dealt for Star Expedition, so if you're looking to min-max every single possible bit of damage in Star Expedition, this is quite useful, but in the grand scheme of things, 10% all damage dealt is not that high, as damage dealt is additive, not multiplicative, so it's unfortunately not a huge number, but it is something definitely that is going to be useful, I suppose, for people that want to maximize their Star Expedition damage. And finally, the most exciting one is the Peach Blossom Branch. This is offering all damage reduction, a stat we absolutely needed in Star Expedition to live against the final bosses, so it is heartbreaking that this is only buffing you in the Ethereal Realm. DH Games had a chance to give us an incredible item, and they absolutely messed this up by making it only useful in Ethereal Realm. So a huge shame about the Peach Blossom Branch. It could have been so much more, but unfortunately it really isn't. Which means these 3 rewards are nice in concept, but ultimately not that useful. The Chinese Kite being the best one here, as I guess some extra all damage dealt in Star Expedition is not necessarily a bad thing. But the big thing to take away from this is those items are not things you'll want to immediately be chasing. So personally, if I was going to do the treasure collection, I actually probably wouldn't. I would probably just save my charm treasure coupons and then convert them at the end of the event using the treasure train feature in here, where you can turn old tickets into treasure coupons and then use them when we get ourselves opportunities for really nice rewards. Now, the final couple of things to mention here are the relay. Brave is getting you for free 4 Zongjis, which is useful for free-to-play players looking to make progress this week. But more importantly, you'll see if you carry on spending, if you spend $30, you're getting access to Plentiful Privilege 1. And if you keep on going to Calm, you're going to get the Plentiful Privilege 2. And if you choose to spend $130, you can go for Energy here, which is getting you Plentiful Privilege 3. All of those rewards are going to get you extra things for using up to 640 Prophet Orbs. That would be my recommendation. Spend that many Prophet Orbs if you want to maximize this event. You're getting a chest here, or lots of chests here rather, that give Stellar Shards or Crystals of Transcendence. You're also getting a chest which is giving you access to Sublimation, or Core of Origin, or Spiritual Essence, so important rewards for upgrading your Tree of Origin. And finally, you're getting a bunch of chests which is offering you up to 1 million Scattered Spirit Vein Shards, or an equivalent amount of Aurora Gems. So for spending $130 and 640 Prophet Orbs, you're getting a lot of items which can help you upgrade your important heroes. On top of that, you'll be getting additional amounts of Zongji, which reduces the amount you need to spend in contract Starry gems, because the only other way to get Zongji this week is by buying the value packages, which we looked at in the cool events. You're also getting a nice amount of treasure coupons here, which is useful. Some Prism Starry gems are thrown in, and you get some bonus rewards like Prophet Orbs and Cores of Transcendence additionally to help you out. So all in all, it's not that bad. There's even things like festival skins here, but you don't necessarily need to spend all $130. Why? Well, it all comes down to the mysterious sale. The mysterious sale is where we will cash in our victory flags, which we will get 10 of if we spend 40 Zongji. So the goal is to get different amounts of Zongji, which are divisible by 40. Now, if we're going to approach this event as free as possible, we've already outlined by doing the Joyful Q&A, you're going to get 60 Zongji. Add to that then the additional 4 you're going to get here from Brave. That is going to take us to 64. An additional 48 are available if you plan on using Prophet Orbs, and that's going to take you to a total of 112. A little too many Prophet Orbs then, as you only need 80 to get yourself to the second. As you'll only need 80 to get yourself 20 victory flags. So actually, you only need to spend 220 Prophet Orbs as opposed to 640. So 220 Prophet Orbs and just doing the question and answer is enough for 20 victory flags, which makes this event absolutely phenomenal. 20 victory flags could be used for brand new players as a way to get yourself artifacts, which is pretty useful, or you could be going for origin materials here. My advice would be for newer players, go for sublimation. If you're more established and have 5 or 6 transcendence heroes, maybe more, you might want to consider core of origin shards to help you get to destiny. But for most people, sublimation will be the pick. So you can either go for origin materials here, then get stellar, then go for origin materials again. That's quite nice. That's going to spend 20 flags there. Another option would be to just prioritize stellar shards if that was something you really needed, as you can get to 15 here and then get even more by going in this section. So that's 3 lots of stellar shards and 1 origin. Personally, I think I prefer going for origin materials though, so double origin seems nice to me. Another option as well, as we said, is to go for artifacts. If you're a newer player, this is very important. So you can get melodic strings here. You could just grab this if you're only going in the Q&A. But if you have the Prophet Orbs, you could even get yourself a second one, instantly getting you access to a glittery melodic strings, which could be nice for some players. If you want to make some further progress, consider spending your contract Starry gems on value packages, as Zongji are going to get you really nice rewards. If you increased your Prophet Orb total from 220 to 480, that is going to take you to 100 Zongji. Add to that then the value package here that gives 60 of them, and you'll find yourself in a pretty good position with 160 Zongji. That is enough for 40 of the flags, which can then be used to get yourself access to Floor 4 and Floor 5, which is when you can start getting Origin artifacts or Destiny materials as rewards. To get to this stage, what I would personally do is go for Stellar Shards or an equivalent resource, maybe Resonance Construction stuff, or access to Starspawn eggs if you needed them, but let's just say Stellar Shards for old time's sake. Then you'll want to get your Origin rewards here, and then Floor 4 and Floor 5 can be used to get yourself access to Deific artifacts. So let's say we wanted the exotic pistol to get ourselves a melodic strings into a lingering melody of the universe. We could get 2 exotic pistols from here. We're still on 35, so at floor 6 what we would do is get ourselves some more origin materials. And by doing this, what you're doing is getting 2 lots of stellar shards, 2 lots of origin, and 2 lots of deific, only for doing 2,500 contract Starry gems. If you wanted to go even further, you could carry on spending your contract Starry gems, spending an additional 5,000 on value packs. That would change things a little bit, taking us to a total of 280 Zhongji, which is enough for 70 victory flags. By doing that, you can go in all the discount areas and walk away with a ton of rewards. If you see here, we've got Origin stuff. We're going for Stellar Shards here now. We get Origin materials at floor 6. Same again at floor 7. Same again at floor 8. Same again at floor 9. Probably go for Sublimation here. And then 10 is going to be Destiny stuff. That's really nice. And then you'll see we're on 55 right now. Here, you have a choice. If you're a player looking for Destiny, I would go for transition materials, grab them here, and then by getting to floor 12, you unlock the bonus stage, which means you can get even more transition materials as well. If instead you're a player who is looking for deific artifacts, skip out floor 12 and bring your attention back to floor 5 and floor 6. Here you can then go for Origin artifacts, which is pretty nice, and that is also going to take your total to 65. This leaves 5 of the victory flags left over, and because we've cleared floor 6, a shop will show up here in the top corner, which you can go to and exchange the remaining 5 for 1,000 contract Starry gems, which is a really nice way to give yourself more Starry gems for a future big event. Those of you who are perhaps more late in the game and have access to Nirvana heroes would also appreciate the fact that you can get Star Soul materials from doing this as well. Spectre is typically the best one if you want to go for that, and if we take a look at the rewards here, what we do is prioritize the discounted stuff like we've done here, but instead of these deific artifacts, we'll switch this to more discounted stuff, and you can see there's the Spectre coming in here, and again, we get that discount going all the way through, and at floor 12, we'll go for Star Souls again. That's going to bring us to 70. Again, completely achievable using 480 Prophet Orbs and 7,500 Contract Starry Gems, and because we've cleared floor 12, we unlock the shop again, which we get some free Star Souls again, getting us even more. So that's 3 Star Souls completely for free. So there's several different ways that you can approach this event, and there is one final option, I think, which might be worth considering, is if you're only after Origin materials. You can do a nice little trick where you prioritize all the discount stuff, and we go for Stellars, get Origin here, Stellars again, and then we're going to go for more Origin. We're getting all this discounted stuff all the way up to floor 9, and you'll see that comes to a total of 45. Which means you'd have to spend another 1,250 and probably some more Prophet Orbs as well to get yourself to the additional 40 Zhongji. So that would require you to buy this top package and this middle package here. But that will get you access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lots of Origin. But that will get you access to 5 lots of Origin materials for a very minimal investment, which is pretty decent as well. And you'll see this also leaves 5 victory flags left over, and we've cleared floor 6, so you will get 1,000 contract Starry gems back as well. So this is a really, really attractive route to take on top of other options available. You could even clear out floor 9 here and floor 8 and not go for those and consider getting yourself Origin artifacts as well. The key difference here is that we've gone ahead and gotten some additional bonus rewards at floor 7, so that could be something to consider as well, as you are spending an extra 1,250 contract Starry gems, but you're also getting 1,000 back because you've cleared floor 6. So that's another attractive option, getting you Origin materials as well. So that's all the different ways I would approach this week's event. I actually think this last way is probably the most efficient for people wanting to spend their contract Starry gems and not too bothered about getting Destiny. I think newer players that are free to play will definitely appreciate this final way that we've outlined, that's for sure. And spenders, you can use the relay as an opportunity to get either a discount from your contract Starry gem spending or actually push quite far. One option available to spenders, which I like, and I'll probably be doing this on my account, is actually just to spend here up to Fortitude, which is $30, and that's going to get us an additional number of Zhongji, which means we'll be able to get to 80 points here in the event. That means I'm able to go for the route we outlined earlier, which gets Star Souls, but I won't need to go to floor 4 and floor 5 for the Stellar Shards. I can actually go for the deific artifacts, and I really need Grimoires on my account. So by getting these two, that's pretty nice, and then we'll prioritize all of the other discount stuff like we did earlier, and this is going to get me a pretty decent pile of rewards. And on top of that, you'll see we're able to get 2 lots of Star Souls. So I'm getting a Star Soul on this level. We go to floor 6, make sure we get a Star Soul on that level. And that comes to a total of 80. 80 is not available free to play, but that $30 in the relay makes this possible. So I consider it a $30 investment, which is going to get me access to deific artifacts, which I think is not that bad. Also, it gets me some additional treasure train tickets as well, which are always nice to have. And it also gets me privilege 1, which is getting me a nice amount of cores of transcendence and stellar shards if they were things I needed for my account. So that's all the different ways of approaching this week's event. Make sure you join our Discord to get the joyful question and answer, to make sure you have all the questions here. And good luck with the venue volunteers, and watch out for those bonus items that they're offering, as they will definitely make the difference between whether you reject or recruit them to the Dragonboat Festival. Now, next week's event is going to be Card Clash. This is pretty standard and pretty peaceful. And then after that, we're expecting Anniversary, which is going to be one of the biggest events of the year. So given all the new stuff we've had with Glorious Treasuries and the way that we have this awesome event structure, which they've outlined now, which is giving us access to Star Stalls with just contract story gems, I'm expecting the DH Games are going to be giving us a very, very exciting opportunity at Anniversary to get good rewards. So make sure you subscribe to the channel to not miss the event review, which we'll give you for that event on the day that event comes out. So make sure you subscribe so you never miss an event review like this one. Good luck in the event ahead. Let me know in the comments section what you're planning on buying or using resources for this week. And as always, folks, have an amazing week and happy idling.